So ladies and gentlemen, fight number 5 this evening is an amateur flyweight bout which will be contested over 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 57.2 kilos and trains out of Absolute MMA, holding an undefeated amateur record of 1 win for 0 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Louie Tran. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 57.0 kilos and trains out of Shindo New Breed MMA, holding an amateur record of 1 win for 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the God of War, Oden Muscat. When the action begins, your referee in charge, Garth Harriman.
Garth Harriman in charge of this bout once again. He's had his hands full so far this evening. Will it be more of the same? Louie Tran in the blue, Oden Muscat in the red, round 1. Amateur flyweight bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Wow! And we're off to a flying start again.
Oden Muscat looking very comfortable already. 30 seconds into this first round. Another Shindo product.
Well, it has been a story, ladies and gentlemen, here at Eternal MMA. Not just a fight between the two fighters, but a battle of the gyms. And here tonight we have Shindo versus Absolute. They're 2 products and fighters going at it. Here tonight, a right hand landed behind the ear may have hurt Tran. Muscat applying heavy pressure.
Oden Muscat with some stinging punches on the fence there. Good check. We have seen the team from Absolute come up and do very well on Eternal in recent shows. At the moment, Oden throwing fire with his hands.
Yeah, Absolute MMA has had a lot of success here up at Eternal MMA on the Gold Coast. Louie Tran, their man tonight.
Good jab there from Muscat.
And again with that right hand bend, that's hurt him.
Oh.
He goes down. Louie Tran in a whole world of trouble.
Hit on that single leg. Just with that outside single attempt, Muscat locking up the guillotine there.
And that looks tight.
Tran not in too much trouble just yet, just trying to readjust his fingers on his wrestler's grip there behind the hamstrings of Muscat.
I'll tell you what, Benny, that right hand has worked a charm for Oden Muscat. He landed it 3 times and he dropped him twice.
Yeah, we saw one of the first punches of the round. His right hand did make contact with Tran's right eye, so an unusual landing area, but Tran working hard for this double leg. We can just use the outside trip. Good little takedown there.
Oh, you caught it, Benny, along with the outside trip. And now Louie Tran finding himself on top, looking to land.
Just attacking that neck to keep Muscat honest on his back. Just establishing side control there up against the cage. This is a bad spot to be in, but short time for Muscat.
Well, I'll tell you what, as we count down the last 10 seconds, Louie Tran has done a great job of finding his feet and finding himself on top as we finish the first round. Benny Alloway, your unofficial analysis of round 1.
Yeah, I mean, Muscat come out explosive in that first round. Was hard to touch. Tran, as we saw, he ate a few serves of leather and went to the ground, but come back, dominating the end of that round. It's a very close round.
As we look at a few of the replays here.
See here, Muscat landing clean, just on the right side of Tran's face, and again dropping him, stunning rather than just dropping him straight away. Yeah.
And I actually thought that he was in as I said, a whole world of trouble. Obviously, he's proven me wrong. And good on him. To his credit, he got back to his feet and ended up on top at the end of round number 1 as we count down.
Yeah,
the
like
seconds.
as we've seen in the previous fight, how many punches are those boys taking clean to the dome and still continue with the fight? So once the adrenaline's pumping, it's very hard to quit unless you get your lights put out.
Well, both guys looking to do that against each other here tonight as we move into round number 2. Huge thanks to our sponsors at Building Industry Training. Our proud sponsors of this fight, Muscat versus Tran.
Oh, good. Good left straight there off the kick from Tran. You see a little bit more respect. Start of this second round. Both guys know what they've got to offer now.
Ooh, nice uppercut there, and he telegraphed that shot, did Louie Tran.
You all right?
Yeah, what I love about Muscat right then is he saw the fake, and then the next time he went for it, he already had a counter for that shot. So showing, high fight IQ already. And again, he's another one of these young kids from Shindo Newbreed.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, there you see him looking for that rear uppercut.
Tran deep on that double now.
Yeah, and he gets it too. Well done, Louie Tran. And no doubt that may have been the instruction from the corner, is he got to get in close, he got to get this fight to the ground.
Tran working a bit of ground and pound. He does have him in a bad position here up against the cage.
Straight back on it.
Be tough for Muscat to get up from this position. Tran seems to know what he's doing on the ground. And racing in for that takedown, it just sort of makes me think he wasn't liking the stand-up game too much.
And obviously the grapple here seems to be suiting him far better. Just over halfway in round number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Eternal 52. 3 title fights on the line. 3 championship belts on the line, I should say, in 3 title fights with our main event.
You can see Tran's doing a very good job of not trying to hold on to Muscat to keep him down, but just more to bully him to the ground constantly, which does make it tiring, although trying to look for the leg here.
Get a bit straight if you're going to do anything there.
I like that word you use, Benny. He needs to be the bully here in this fight. Oden just seemed to have a bit too much success on his feet, but Louie Tran, as he moves into full mount.
Muscat could be in a bit of trouble here. There's still 30 seconds to go in the round. Not offering much of defence here. Giving his back. Tran looking to stick that neck in.
Plenty of time to work as we count down the last 20.
Muscat's got to move.
Jeez, Garth looked like he was close there.
And Tran's spectacular transitions.
Absolutely.
All over Muscat in this grapple.
And Oden Muscat does a good job of surviving round number 2. But round 2 was all about Louie Tran.
Yeah, great transitions on the ground there from the absolute MMA fighter. Really taking Muscat down into his world for that, more or less that whole round. You see Muscat landing that head kick on that same side where Tran had a problem with his eye, but his exchanges on the ground here. Muscat obviously training his leg locks over there at Shindo, but Tran knowing how to sit out, how to use his weight, how to nullify that looked to be a knee bar attempt. And not go for the knockout punch here, but just, pitter-patter his head just to keep him down. Keep scoring, keep dominating that round.
Well, you'd have to think, taking rounds 1 and 2 into consideration, it's highly possible that we could be one apiece going into round number 3. Nonetheless, we will see a round number 3. It's near an 8th and cage side with Benny Alloway.
Back in your corner a bit, mate.
Here at Eternal 52 at the Southport Shark Sports Club.
Ready? Go!
They touch him up, and here we go.
Both guys showing a lot more respect than they have in the first 2 rounds. This 3rd round looks to be shaping up more of a chess match than both fellas coming out guns blazing in those first 2 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely, Benny. And
Keep your fingers down.
And as you said, a chess match. It is a chess match. Both fighters going shot for shot in the first 2. Will we see a more methodical approach from both corners here in the 3rd? It looks to be the case. Both guys looking for that range.
Muscat looks like he's a little bit wary of the takedown.
Yeah, Tran doing a good job at faking that at times as he hits a couple off the cage there. And again,
Shin on shin there. Does not feel good.
not at all. And who better to testify than yourself? As Tran moves forward, Muscat does a good job getting just out of the way of that right hand.
Ooh,
as he lands on his own, and down goes Louie Tran. Oden Muscat changes the momentum here in round number 3.
Exploding again into that 1-2 combination. Tran with a takedown here. Muscat knows he can't be on his back too long. Let's see what he does to get out of here.
Well, I tell you what, Benny, Louie Tran can take a punch, and does he reply well? He ends up on top. As he did so in the first round, he had a big right hand, he went down, he came back, and he finds himself in the same position with time left on the clock to work as he moves into side control.
Oden could be in a bit of trouble here, T. He's not doing much to get out, just looking to hang on. Tran looks like he's just happy to stay in that side control. He's got that leg lace there.
Well, Garth Harriman will have his hands full here in this last.
Oden looking for that guillotine.
Well, he is looking for it there, yes.
You'd expect Tran to have solid defense as he does, riding out the end of the round.
So, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored about 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, the God of War, Oden Muscat. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with our winner from fight number 5. And the God of War, Oden Muscat, gets it done in another fight of the night contender here at Eternal MMA 52. Oden, before we go any further, just give me your thoughts on what just went down.
I think he was a great opponent. It's his 2nd fight. He showed true heart. But yeah, definitely learned everything in this fight. 3 rounds, we went to 3 rounds. Yeah, can't get better.
Yeah, it was certainly very entertaining from cage side. Heading into that 3rd and final round, it seemed pretty clear that it was one apiece. Was that the message from your corner?
Yeah, of course. Those little extra minutes at training, yeah, that's what I needed in the last round, so yeah.
Well, you certainly put them to good use. So far, out of all the fighters that have fought tonight, you've probably got the biggest pop in the room. I'm sure you've got a lot of people that you'd like to thank.
Yeah, first of all, thank my mum. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to be here without her. And all my friends that came up from Sydney. Yeah, lad. And then, yeah, everyone that came support me, my family, and definitely my coach. My coach is the heart and soul of Shindo. Without him, all 3 of us boys that I find tonight wouldn't be where we are. In the Shindo team, of course.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for the God of War, Shindo, going 2 up here on Eternal.